Hello guys, this is Nate and
Shawn
here to record Majesty series. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Shawn's playing awkward guitar in the background. Yay!
I bumped into the thing.
So, we're here to play Majesty because I don't think anyone else has done it online. Do you think? Have you seen anything?
I've seen some some playthroughs on YouTube. But
Yeah, I've seen really fuck all on YouTube. So,
I mean, it's a fuck all kind of game.
it's a senseless kind of game, but people deserve to see
How
this
senseless
game.
it actually is.
People deserve to see the senseless. So we have to create a name for ourselves. What are we gonna be?
I don't know. Do you know any medieval kings off the top of your head? That is not a medieval king. That is incorrect.
Prince Sandwich. I don't know.
Prince Elizabeth III.
Sure.
What? Why?
Your Excellency,
Oh god.
I offer my most humble introduction. I am Lord Ben Fairweather. I was your mother's most trusted
what was his
advisor.
name?
Ben Fairweather.
I submit
okay.
my services to you in that continued capacity.
I didn't actually realize he had a name. All the years I've been playing this.
I basically it's a guy doing a really crappy Sean Connery impression, honestly. Because it's not even. It's like a ridiculous
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous Scottish accent. It's not actually a Scottish accent. It's basically Sean Connery. It's not.
Is it even supposed to be Scottish?
That's what it's supposed to be, right?
Is it? I don't know what Ardania is meant to
Well,
model
Ardania is
after.
meant to be nothing, but that accent is supposed to be Scottish, I believe.
Well, one would assume that they're of some kind of, Scottish descent.
So, this is the gold edition. It just kind of throws you into the thick of things. It did say Bell, the Book, and the Candle, and that's. I think we're gonna
Might as well start
we're gonna
there,
start
yeah.
with Bell, the Book, and the Candle.
I really don't know why
So
it
go over it.
doesn't make you unlock the northern quests from the southern quests.
Yeah, it really should, because the Northern Quest. I mean, obviously, this quest right here is. We're gonna avoid spoilers, Shawn. Avoid spoilers.
Whatever.
This quest right here, this secret quest,
Yeah.
super secret quest, is definitely not hard, or it's definitely harder than some of these ones though. And a lot of these are actually.
Yeah,
all
like
secret
the
quests are.
Scions of Chaos, like the quote-unquote first northern quest is dirt fucking simple.
Okay, and Res the Ratman is easy. Trade Routes is easy.
Did you ever beat
these are pretty
the
easy.
Wrath of Chrome? That, non-existent DLC one?
Yes.
I never actually beat
Yes, I did. I told you how I beat it, right? Didn't I?
No, I don't think so. I didn't actually know that you
I
beat
think
it.
I bugged it out somehow.
Nice.
Just, that one has the barbarians. Does it have the dragon? There's the dragon
No,
thing?
it's got the super barbarian that
Right, super barbarian. Yeah,
Yeah.
I bugged him out, so he never came back. And
He
I just
just
killed.
left.
Yeah, he just left, and I just killed the rest of his stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the real reason why that one is so hard. Is because the super barbarian comes and kills everything.
Well, it wasn't even
The other
him.
one-
It was the army of roid rage birds.
There's another
that
one-
walked into my town.
There's another one that has a dragon that comes and it kind of just attacks your town forever. It's we'll get to that one eventually. But
Yeah, I know.
I also bugged that one out and basically had him surrounded and actually not attacking. He was trying to run away.
Oh yeah,
So
see.
my guys just power leveled off of him. But
Yeah, so you,
anyways, so we're gonna get into this game. It's like a medieval style game,
yeah,
sort of medieval fantasy, basically.
yeah.
And it's like an RTS, except you don't actually control any of the heroes. They just do their own thing. And
It's an RTS without the S.
no, there's some strategy.
It's just real time.
There's some strategy. There's a lot of base building. You have to decide what you want to build, and I don't know. There's some strategy to it. Like you can't just go, oh well, I'm just gonna go,
Yeah,
Surf
I'm borderline confident you can make any strategy work in this game as long as you fully commit to it. You're gonna go gnomes. You're gonna go
fully
gnomes.
commit to it. Yeah,
You're gonna go gnomes.
You have to go gnomes. All right, but
Forgive the intrusion, Highness, but we've been robbed. Someone
no.
has stolen the magic bell, the holy book, and the eternal candle. Right from under our noses, they were whisked away from the royal treasury by some scoundrel. We must do something to recover them. They are treasures beyond value.
really, the eternal candle is a treasure beyond value.
This has got to be Like, I think this quest reading in particular has the worst voiceover.
Yeah, it definitely does. A lot of the voiceovers are actually really good, but this one is terrible.
Yeah.
And they're good because they're funny. This one is just so that's just the what he says again.
Yeah, they sound not as excited about it as we do.
Yeah. So we have to recover the 3 items that have been stolen from the palace, and they're hidden in lairs. And we can't build warriors or wizards.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy. So you build rangers.
Yeah.
You win.
So the first thing you'll notice is that there's a bunch of crap over here, and this button is very useful to press because it gives you a wider view, and you don't need to be zoomed in, just generally ever.
And everything in the HD edition is microscopic.
Yeah, that's an issue with the HD edition. The HD edition is pretty crappy because like look at all these like tiny buttons down here. You can't even see them.
Right, and that giant bar of just empty nothing.
So you see some stuff going on over here. This guard is fighting this zombie, and doing a pretty crappy job of it because the guards kind of suck. But they're not our main thing. We also see a message floating above the castle. You can click that, and let's see. There are rumors that the thieves who stole the artifacts from your treasury have fled, but were forced to hide the artifacts as they left. Find the items before the thieves have a chance to return.
You know, that would actually make sense if there was some kind of time ramification.
Did they actually return? Because I've never spent that much time in this quest.
If our kingdom is to
Use the
prosper,
blacksmith to
it
upgrade. Yeah, this is
needs
basically the
more
tutorial mission. You use the blacksmith to upgrade your hero's weapon and his armor, but the problem is they don't actually like just get upgraded. They have to go there themselves.
More gold, Your Majesty.
And the guard houses make guards. Makes sense. The inns sort of serve the purpose of collecting your heroes, kind of. Like, the heroes tend to go towards the inns.
I mean, they generate gold?
They generate some gold.
They actually generate a decent amount.
Trading posts are useful, but, I mean, the main thing you have to build right away, aside from building a hero, which I just did, I wanted to build a rogue. Because they do something to defend the realm. But you need to build Marketplace, like, immediately. Now, this is a bit weird because I can't put it over here where I normally would because this trading post is blocking me from doing that, so I'm going to put it over here.
There's random BS building restrictions.
Trading posts generate you a lot of gold, but the issue is that
assuming things don't kill off your
they're utterly utterly useless in this game because they die so easily.
I mean, you can surround them with guard towers and stuff. I almost always throw down a guard tower next to a trading post if I build one.
Yeah. So I'm going to build rangers, like you said, because rangers are actually really useful in finding things. Because rangers go exploring. You can put them away from your palace, I don't really care, I just want it to get built.
Your Majesty,
that's another thing, your peasants, you don't really control them either, they just kind of go to whatever needs to be built or repaired. So you'll see pretty soon a house will pop up with every 4 heroes or something, and you have to be pretty consistent about taking that off the tax and repair route, or else your useless minions will go out and try to
repair the house. Repair
the house. Yeah, pretty much. You also want to go to research healing potions in the marketplace.
There was a screen that showed like all of your building stats, and you could like just mass take things off for repair.
Yes, that's where is that?
Troublin', your marketplace now serves you better.
It's in roster. You have to go into roster and then go to buildings. That's really inconvenient though, and I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend actually going around and clicking each individual building because it's way more micromanaging. That's how I like to play this game.
Yeah.
So you can see we have a lot of money, but we don't really have anything to spend it on because we don't have much to actually do. We're gonna upgrade our palace, which is important. Upgrading buildings is like critical in this game. The only thing is we don't really have anything we can actually build. We're gonna build no suck. Oh, we can build temples.
Yes, so yeah, I forgot.
So let's go through the temples just really quick. Grellas, like standard healers, they don't really have any attack.
They do have some like kill undead spells.
Yeah,
pretty broken.
Yeah, they're like healers in traditional RPGs. Like, they heal things and they have turn undead, and that's it. And they also are very resilient themselves because they just go back to the temple and resurrect. Doros is basically like monks. Like they have hand-to-hand, and they're basically like tanky, sort of.
Yeah, they're just kind of fat and they get in the way.
But
they let you build paladins.
yeah, but we can't do that in this quest. You can't build warriors.
Oh, no warriors guilds.
Yeah. So,
bullshit.
oh, we're actually getting over on other deuces. Whatever, I don't care.
Ew.
So, yeah. Doros is useful, sort of, but it's not as you really only build them for the paladins, and the Grella is way more useful because they keep your other heroes alive.
Specifically your warriors.
Fervus, I think we're actually gonna go for Scripture, but really? Fervus, yeah, because
for the Medusa, I guess.
Medusa. Fervus allows you to tame wild animals. They're cultists, tame wild animals. They're pretty useful ranged fighters that turn into like bears and stuff. Yeah, they're like druids, but they're pretty good, honestly, most of the time. Crypta's really good. Crypta and Fervus go together, and so do the Doros. You can't, if you pick one of the two, you can't build the other two. And Chrome overrules them all. If you build Chrome, you can't build anything else. Well, you can build Lunar, but that's later.
Yeah, tier 3 isn't effective.
Yeah. But Crypta is like ridiculous. They're priestesses that summon an army of skeletons, and the skeletons are like the best meat shields ever because they tank dragons for 8 years.
Yeah, they have really high dodge.
Yeah, because how are you gonna hit a skeleton with a ranged attack? They're just bones. Your arrows will go right through them. Dragonfire makes a lot of sense, but anyways.
Even the priestess spells themselves are heal spells.
Fervus. Also, they're really good at fighting undead because their magic just destroys them, and also they can just convert undead like the cultists can convert undead. Chrome.
If they get overwhelmed, though, they're super squishy.
Right, they are squishy, and that's an issue. But their spell also heals them.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Or their skeleton minions who can heal.
Yeah, they can heal their own minions. Yeah.
So they're pretty self-sufficient. They're also pretty good. I don't know. They're good in most quests, but I think a more resilient build is to go paladins. But we can't do that in this quest.
For me, I just sort of went Chrome.
I'm
typically a speed player.
So
that's why.
Chrome is for the Zerg Rush. Chrome makes barbarians, and they also have Rage of Chrome, which gives all of your heroes a speed and attack boost.
Yeah.
Because it gives them attack. And, yeah, that's really good for if you want to speedrun, because it just destroys everything on the map.
Plus, your barbarians will hook up with your rangers, so they'll go exploring, and then you put a speed boost on them, and suddenly the whole map.
Right. So, there's pros and cons to each of them. But, basically, if you go Fervus Crypta, you get Warriors Discord at your Warriors Guild. If you go Grella, you get Paladins. And if you go Chrome, you get Chrome. And Chrome and Chrome and Chrome. And only Chrome.
You really only need Chrome, though. Chrome's pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah, Chrome does everything, but that's also really boring for these videos.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to go Chrome, except for one quest, probably. So I like going Chrome in that quest.
I'm vaguely.
I serve with pleasure.
We're going to stick to probably...
Actually, there's a couple quests where you can.
But as you can see, if you click on if you click on a minion or enemy minion or your own, if you convert them, they have resistances, dodge, defense. Resistances, it's basically their chance to be hit by magic, range, and melee. Right. So that's basically their defense is 100 minus this is their chance to be hit. Right. So they have a 10% chance to be hit by magic, 65% chance to be hit by range, and 65% chance to be hit by melee. So it's pretty good. Medusas are pretty good, and they have a decent amount of hit points, so they're pretty decent tanks. And your cultists can just grab them at level 1, so that's why I want cultists for this quest.
Oh really? There's no level distinction?
No, there's no level distinction for that. This place itself spawns minis that the cultists can recruit too. But
Actually, it depends on the level.
it depends on the level. I think it's rocks level 1, wolves level 2, and bears level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, bears are pretty good. But that's not the main reason you go furthest. You go furthest to recruit the wild animals in the map. Someone can recruit.
Your priestesses can actually recruit too.
Yeah, they can recruit undead.
Vampires?
They have to be a high level priestess in order to recruit vampires, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know they can recruit zombies pretty low, and skeletons obviously level 1, but they have to be pretty high to recruit the higher level undead. I've never seen them that can get Shadow Beast or anything like that.
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, you won't see it in the southern quests, first off.
Yeah, there's no Shadow Beast in this one.
Well, yeah, no,
spiders.
They can grab those.
The cultists can also get spiders, as we've learned from our many escapades against certain bosses, which remain to be seen.
Oh no, they joined the wild spirits.
Yeah, all of the.
I went off that marketplace.
Yeah, I'm playing really slow because we're kind of like
For purposes of video.
Well, we're kind of like trying to explain everything. Rogue's Guild has Extort 2, which is a trap. Basically, you only want to use Extort when you absolutely need gold right then, which is never.
Or if the building is about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Has been upgraded.
If you're about to lose a building, you extort the taxes from it. That's what Extort does. It gets all the taxes from all the buildings at a much reduced rate. If the tax collector just picks it up, you get the entire amount. If you do this, you only get like half of it.
Robin,
What's
the
the other
marketplace now
honorable
serves
mention
you
on that
better.
note is you can edit like the minimum and maximum pickup straight tax collectors. to
Right,
make them
you can
more
do that.
efficient.
It's not really worth it in these quests. In some of the later ones,
Yeah,
it's
the later ones.
kind of necessary just
And you can take
because,
stuff off the tax rates.
which I'm doing because I think they're doing dumb things. Like he's picked up 20 gold from the freaking house.
Yeah, when there's like 3 hundred sitting in your marketplace.
So that's pretty annoying, but I mean that's what they do. We're finding all of the magic books and things. Who's this? The bell. The bell has been located in the shrine. I don't know how they saw the bell was in there, but the bell's in there.
Maybe it's the glowing thing.
So yeah, this quest is really easy, and your heroes will just do it on their own, probably.
Yeah, you really don't do them at all.
But yeah, there's one thing you can do is you can, if you double click, you can put a flag down. If you double click on an enemy, you put an attack flag. If you double click on the ground, you put an explode flag. And you can put amount of gold bounty that your heroes will get if they go and do your flag. So that's basically how you control things. And they really don't listen, like ever.
Well, it depends. Like, you can get a rogue to run across the map for 100 gold because that's what he
Yeah,
does.
but the rogue will respond to the flag and not be able to do it, so they'll just run away. So rogues are very likely to go for cheap flags. And some other heroes that are actually good go for cheap flags, but the only issue is that
Elves will go for cheap flags.
right, elves will go for cheap flags. But the only issue is that the heroes that generally do go for cheap flags are
They really suck.
really terrible. So elves are actually ridiculously good because they double the amount of gold from the marketplace. And in order to build elves, you have to have a level 2 marketplace and your palace has to be level 2. I know that one for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, fairgrounds.
And yeah, go to fairgrounds. Fairgrounds is kind of where your heroes go to like level up and generally do nothing. But it's better than idling because they actually level up. I built one. But yeah, elves is generally the way to go on like every single quest, honestly. Like there's some where you kind of have to go gnomes, and I think there's one where you have to go dwarf. But so
There's some quests where you get all.
but yeah, elves are definitely the
Your
best
Majesty,
by far.
our new building is complete.
I've actually gone out of my way.
Actually,
there's one or two quests where you like start with gnomes, and I went out of my way to like lightning strike all of their hovels down, and then quickly throw off an elf's thing before they respawn.
Yeah, I could say I've done that before. And yeah, it works.
Don't tell me how to play my game.
One step.
It works. It works. I wouldn't recommend that for a new player because you're probably gonna end up, you know, doing something terrible and killing yourself. But it's not actually that big a deal. It's really easy to save time in this game. And overall, this game is really easy. Good. So you don't actually build elves for the actual elves themselves. You build them for the marketplace advantage, because it doubles the amount of gold from all your marketplaces. You can build more than one marketplace in this game too, which is awesome. I haven't done that in this quest because there's no need. I have so much money and so little to spend it on. What's the point? Very serious tournaments to be fitting on. But the other thing is, you get the gambling hall. The gambling hall is the best thing.
Because you can save scum.
Because you can save scum at the gambling hall if you want to cheat it, but you can also just bet the minimum amount on gold. And when you win it, you just get like way more than you put in.
Shall we host a tournament now?
So if you're really bored, you can just sit here all freaking day and just spin, 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 and eventually you'll win. Eventually. Eventually you'll win.
Hold your Majesty.
Eventually you'll win. Eventually you'll win. It's actually not this rare, usually, but...
I've actually...
Alright, see, there you go. So, I put in all those, got 500 out. That's probably the amount I put into it. Thereabouts.
About, yeah.
So, you don't actually lose that much from putting money into gambling in this game, but the potential benefit is huge, because if you win it, you get like 30,000. If you bet the maximum amount, you can just change your bet here. And that's really useful on some other quests that you need to get a lot of gold really quick, which I have also done without save scumming. I just bet money and went for it. That's how I beat that Rage of Chrome quest, or whatever it was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I built elves and gambled really quick from the beginning.
Old spam.
And yeah, so
throw money at it.
So I mean that's a cheap way to do it, but technically it is within the
valid, yeah.
realm of the game. It's not cheating. It is cheap, but it's not cheating.
Whatever. There's
That's
wow.
death's
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
A lot of these quests have like really cheap strategies. Sometimes you have to do them.
I'm gonna bet all my money away because there's no actual point. I'm about to win anyways.
Did you already?
Bet all my money away. Blue won, you lost. Blue won, you lost. Yeah, 0 gold. All right.
I feel like blue always wins, and then you pick blue, and it's like, oh, gold.
Yeah, no. So that can happen,
bit of gold.
and you have to spend money to make money. Okay.
Right.
And no, the only reason I actually did that was because
Because it doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't matter in this quest. You don't need any gold. Like, see, I already have
That's
Toka.
death's reward.
Because there's no actual wandering monsters once you clear the dens, and there's only 1 den left. So let's go ahead and jack the gold on this flag so they kill it faster.
I would also close your
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new
That
services.
doesn't matter.
We are victorious, Your Majesty.
See, we're victorious.
victory. How many days?
Terrible. 16 days.
That's actually not that bad for as much screwing around as we did.
The bell, book,
think my
and
record
candle
is like
are
6.
back in their rightful place.
Yeah.
We also found
So
the
you
thief
can
who
speedrun
stole
this
them
quest
from
really
the
quick.
castle.
We were fooling
A
around.
rogue identified as Cherrick of Keldern. Unfortunately, he escaped while being returned to the castle.
Oh, no.
With a 15,000 gold piece reward on his head. I'm sure he'll think long and hard before returning to our kingdom.
And that's because he never returned.
He's a rogue. He'll probably turn himself in for the reward.
Never to be heard from again. Alright. So, continue. Oh, this screen is actually weird. So, statistics actually does nothing, I think.
No, it brings up like a big stats page.
Yeah, but it's weird anyways. I've never done it in this version, but continue playing actually allows you to keep playing with the current map you have right now.
Right.
Which, on some quests, that's really fun because some quests have really...
Good
like,
game, yeah.
They have a big map and they have like interesting things that you can do. But they have like basically like pieces of power essentially that give your heroes special benefits. I'm thinking of one quest in particular. I don't want to spoil it,
Yeah, no, I know.
but yeah. So they give your heroes like random things, and that can be interesting if you want to fool around.
Or just fill the map with random
But
shit.
you'd think that continue playing would be like maybe take you to another thing or do something else.
No,
but
it's
yeah,
literally continue.
Yeah, it's literally continue playing from right here. And main menu is how you get back to the map screen. You have to go through the main menu
Yeah.
in order to do it. So Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually not broken in this game. The other one, it was like super broken.
Is it?
If, from what I remember, maybe it's just on the newer operating systems, but it gives you a decent amount of information. Look at that Vice. Because it's still this should have the amount of gold you spend on gambling.
Yeah, I don't fully understand.
But there's not. A lot of this is like really stupid, like the number of buildings you constructed, the number of buildings that were destroyed, and it counts houses in the destroyed.
Even though you didn't construct them.
Yeah.
The one that gets me is danger level.
Yeah, danger level is so dumb. That's the amount of like random peasants and things that got killed.
Yeah.
Which
And all that
just happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has nothing. It's just the amount of time you play. Really, it has nothing else. Because random trolls spawn and things.
Well, there's
they
also
one-shot
nothing
you guys.
to pull it back down.
Right.
It's just a static
Right.
number.
That's the way it goes. The hero stats are actually like relevant to other things like later, but really like the amount of heroes killed can sometimes result in bad things like graveyard spawning if you have enough heroes killed.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And that's really like the only like bad side to that, but yeah. Another like just this stat screen is totally pointless for the most part. Really.
Yeah.
There's no real useful information to be gotten from this. You can get all this in the actual game too.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, there's a stats button on like the throne
So
screen.
So in order to go to the next quest, you actually have to go all the way back to the main menu and go
Yeah,
through
I never
this
actually
way.
realized how dumb that is.
Yeah. And you can enter another name. But we're just gonna keep being Prince Elizabeth III. Play another beginner quest.
God, they couldn't have expanded the map screen.
Yeah,
On this port,
is the
like-
issue of this Majesty HD port.
They just put
It's
this.
so tiny.
They just put this fucking like
I-
retarded background
I have
splash
to
in there.
literally like go all the way forward in order to actually see. But that's because I don't have my glasses on. But
That and there's no scroll bar.
yeah,
It's so dumb.
yeah,
You just have to like drag around.
yeah. You can probably see on the video. I'm just like moving to the outside of the screen in order to move the map around, which doesn't make any sense. Downloadable quests.
Yeah, all one of them.
Yeah, all one because this game has absolutely no support because this is a terrible HD remake. But whatever.
Well, no, it's
So-
the game. Despite the HD
So when
remake,
you-
the game itself didn't have
When
any
you do
support.
beat the quest, it gives you a little thing saying your number of victories and your best time on the quest, and it also gives you a little star on there. As you can see, some of these secret quests have quests required to beat, and when you beat the required quest, it
It
unlocks.
unlocks, yeah.
So we have to beat Forsaken Land and rescue the prince in order to unlock this quest. So I might go ahead and do Forsaken Land and decide to do another beginner quest, but we'll do that in the next video.